What is up, everybody? How you doing today? We're back out here on the Hunter Call of the Wild yet again, and today we have something a little different. Instead of top 5, we have top 3, because I've only completed, I think I've completed like 6 of the mission arcs or something, or 5 of them, I don't know. But I haven't completed enough to really make a top 5 list. So I wanted to make a top 3 list. Eventually one day I'll make it bigger, but for now, based off the missions that I have done, these are my favorites. Did not know you could fall through that. And starting off with number 3, we're out here on Virunga. And in my opinion, Virunga is probably the best missions that don't really have a mission animal. Like, on other maps, you have a mission-specific animal that you kind of work your way up to finding, but on this map, it's just a story. There's nothing else to it. It is just a story, but it is such a good story, and we can go ahead and go in here. Let me turn on the mission system so that we can take a look at the old mission log. But completed missions mean you're welcome to Virunga by grandfather, okay? Grandfather Nabulu, okay? He is the senior warden of this reserve, but he feels that it's time to pass it on to someone else. So that's why we're here. And he's haunted by visions of these ghost jackals. And I don't want to spoil the ending of the story for you, but in short, a YouTuber or like ghost video person or something, someone who goes out and tries to find ghosts, comes here and then gets all entangled in something he was not intended to be part of. But yeah, it's a really cool mission series. It really keeps you interested. It's not just a bunch of walking around and shooting animals. There are things you have to interact with. There are ups or downs. It's a really good mission series, and I love it. I really do love it. It is fantastic. It's unique. That's probably one of the biggest things. It is a unique mission series. I don't think there are really any others that deal with this same kind of stuff. Okay, so that is why Virunga, if you have a chance, these missions are some of the best, and I highly recommend them if you're looking for extra cash or just some fun aside from hunting animals. Alright, so for our number 2 mission series, welcome to Medved Taiga. And this is another very unique mission series. And I really do like this one. It is long. That is probably one of the only downsides to it. But it's also an upside because it has a lot to do. Because it is so long, the missions do tend to be shorter than, for say, some of the ones on Virunga and other maps. But it is definitely not an easy mission series. But there's, I believe, yeah, it's 32 story missions. So I'm sure most of you all know, I'm sure you've seen pictures, what is at the end of this mission series. But for those of y'all who don't, I won't go ahead and spoil it. But there is a mission-related animal. And throughout the entire series of the missions, it's kind of a build-up, okay? I don't really like on Tiaroa, there's a mission animal, and you really only find out about it at the very end. You might hear a little bit about it at the beginning, but not much. This mission animal is involved from fairly close in. You start finding animals that have been killed and just left. I think that was probably the main part of it. Finding wounded animals that you have to put down, all related to this one animal. And then to go and find it is really cool. It's a shame that its behavior is a little bugged right now. It used to come after you, but now it just kind of sits there. But regardless of that, it is still really neat, and it's a cool trophy at the end to reward you for such a long mission series. But I do like this because it is fairly unique. It's long, keeps you interested, and it kind of builds up the whole time to the pinnacle of the missions. And that is why Medved Taiga has some of the best missions in the entire game. And last but not least, for our number 1 spot, we have Quattro Colinas. And this has always been my favorite mission series, in part because in this series there are 3 different mission specific animals. Okay, not 1, not 2, but 3. And they're all fairly challenging because when you find them, they're aggressive. And I'm sure you can already guess what they are. They're Iberian wolves. I'm not going to spoil anything of what they look like for those of y'all who have not done these missions before. Most of y'all probably know, but regardless, the story missions in here are kind of about this lady who has, after her mother died, the park has now fallen into her hands, but I think it's some elders or whatever, want to sell the park and make it like some kind of tourist attraction or something. There's not going to be a hunting reserve anymore. And this is where she grew up, and she doesn't want that. And there's some really, I don't know how to put it. There's some stuff going on behind the scenes that is really kind of dirty and underhanded, trying to undermine her reputation in this park. You have some animal attacks, and probably my favorite part about this mission series is that it doesn't just incorporate the story missions, okay? Now I'll go ahead and show y'all this. You can go here. So these are the story missions. You will find all of the missions you need in here, which contains 2 of the mission animals, okay? But then to get the 3rd and final one, which is also the hardest one, you have to do these Gary Boden's side missions. And that is how you find the last one, okay? And that's just, I think, kind of neat. And it also has a mission set I have not done yet, Padre Abbas, her father. And for that, you get a specific weapon variation. A lot of times they're found in the story missions. But this one, in fact, is part of a fairly challenging set of side missions to get the 6.5 Rayo. Okay, so I like the incorporation of side missions, and I hope you all noticed that in these missions I have named in these maps, there are side missions. I don't like that EW has gone the route of not putting side missions in anymore, because they're a great source of income if you're newer to the game, give you something else to do other than, for say, grinding animals, and I kind of miss that. I feel like it, in my opinion, it means they don't take the same amount of time to do it. Like, I think it was once Silveridge Peak came out. Silveridge Peaks was the first map to not have side missions on it, and since then they haven't added them back again on, I think, either Mississippi, Rancho, or Tierra. So I don't know. It's kind of a shame in my opinion that it's not like that anymore, but yeah. So regardless, Cuatro Colinas is probably the best mission series just because it's fun, it keeps you in there, and it's got a really good story to it. So with all of this said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of my list down in the comments below. What are your favorite mission series that you've done? I've heard that Layton and Hershelden can be fairly good as well. I've only done parts of them, though there are, I know, several mission animals on each of those 2 maps. So if you're looking for a free diamond, might want to look into it. So hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.